But moving on, now I'll just talk about the whole week, you guys, and what I thought was interesting. Number one, Haley had made this comment talking about she deserved the power more than anybody else in the house, and she knows she's gonna get it. Girl, newsflash, they don't have nobody out there that's talking about. I mean, I'm sure they do because you got family, you got your friends, they probably are, but I don't think the majority of America is on your side and wanting you to have power at all. So you weren't gonna get it no matter what. So I don't know why she thought, but that's her character, because thus remember how she was thinking she had a bad week, and she didn't from the very beginning all the way up till 2 weeks ago when she first got put up with her friend Chuck, you know. But I did think it was smart that she was feeding Angela false information, because if she would not have, Angela probably would have went back and told some stuff that she said. And then we had Yash. Of course, I was excited when he won the head of household. I thought he did some great nominations. It made sense with putting Dee up there, because she put him up and she really should not have. I already discussed that in the first one, so I'm not going to elaborate. But to me, it made sense for him to put him up as a tit for tat type thing. And for her to get upset about that, acting all big bad bullyish, like talking about how dare he put me up, oh yeah, you bet I won't forget this, and all this kind of stuff. Heifer, you put him up and you should not have. You told this man you would not put him up, yet you went back on your word and put it up, and then your excuses, I don't remember that. Not only, more than one person told you that you said that. Kamuk tried to tell you not to put him up because that was somebody that was helping you. They're on your team. What's the point of putting somebody up on your team? So you really had no reason to be acting brand new when he put you on the block. You should have expected it. I don't care if you had an alliance or not. I would put you behind up too. Especially if I gave you a warning and told you I was not appreciative of being put on the block, because you should not have done that. And now we talk about Angela tears. I told you that girl wasn't to be trusted. Her tears cannot be trusted. She cried at the drop of a dime, and they're fake as a, I don't know, I was about to say a $2 bill, but a $2 bill isn't fake. But it's fake, my dear. I'm not going to say what I was about to say again, so I might as well just leave that alone before I get in trouble. Anyway, moving on to Melody. I don't understand why this girl got one. How did she get to be America's favorite and get the capsule? Unless they chose her because they were hoping that she'd get a punishment, which she did. And she was good with it. She took it like a champ and just did what she needed to do. So that's good. I kind of thought she would have been a little different with it. So she surprised me there. Then we talk about Devins and his cockiness. I think his cockiness in the game, people are mistaking it as great gameplay, like he's this good big brother player. Absolutely, positively not. And it's evidenced by the way he did his head of household. It was stupid and dumb, and it made no sense whatsoever. And I can't lie, using it like he did, that is his alliance. You're supposed to do that, so kudos to him. But I do feel like using it, he showed his hand, most definitely, in two ways. Number one, he shows that he was working with Dee by using it on her. And number two, he showed that the ingenuineness of what they were trying to concoct during the HOH competition by picking each other to try and make people think they're not working together. And these crazy newbies in the house, they didn't even pick up on it. Nobody said anything about it. They didn't pick up on it. And that's the reason why they're sitting the way they're sitting, worrying about the icons. And that's why all three of them, or maybe just two of them, but I think Angela gonna make it there because Big Brother is working to get her farther in the game. But I think that they're just not playing the game. They're not observant. They're not looking at what they should be looking at, because if they were, they would be able to see a whole lot more that's going on. How often, if you are a Big Brother fan and you've looked at Big Brother in the past, you've seen where people were trying to work two sides of the home and people catch onto it. Now they caught on to Drew doing it, so why they not understanding that that's what Dee and Devin doing as the same thing? All the many different alliances that they are in, you mean to tell me y'all don't know about it yet? Are you silly? Something must be wrong with you. Or is it because they're just not talking And it's evidence of that too, because look how they're doing things. Every time somebody says something, case in point, when Angela went telling them about different people, what they do is they take it and they run with it. They don't do checking. Fact checking. That's a tongue twister. They don't fact check. And that gets them in trouble, and you make the wrong moves. So I think on the last day, final day, a lot of them are going to say, who were sent home, going to say, I went home and I watched the whole thing. Boy, did I get it wrong. Because they don't fact check. They take people's word at face value. And you know you're in a Big Brother where people lie, steal, cheat. I'm going a little bit forward, but you know they lie. So you have to know that. So why are you believing everything somebody tell you? That's just crazy. Moving on to Cheeky D. I'm back on her because I think she's very cheeky. I already mentioned it. And it's talking about how she feel about Yash putting her up on the block. I think the audacity, it was her. It just wasn't right for her to feel that way, because ally aside, even though you just formed this, and then the alliance was new. It was just newly formed. And you expect this boy not to put you back up? He already told you he was hurt by it. So naturally, he's going to put you on the block. You should not have been surprised and talk about you found when Devins told you were shocked. No, you shouldn't have been. If you were shocked, that means that further attests to the fact that you don't know anything about Big Brother, and the position that you're in right now has absolutely positively nothing to do with you and you're making great moves of being a good player. It's just because things are being handed to you at this moment. It's like Yash warned her, so she should have known, you know. And the reason why Camus is out of the house is because he talks too much, you know. It was a good thing that he caught on to how D was, but in a Big Brother house, you got to leave a lot of stuff to yourself. Think about how Chelsea played on her season. She went around, she learned things about people, and she kept it close to herself until that time when she could use it to her advantage. If you find out something, it's the same way with them, learn somebody telling them something, they're immediately going running off and telling it to somebody else, making moves, and you ain't even fact check. So now in this instance, you find out something firsthand yourself and it's factual, and you still speak too much. He go running off to this one, that one, and the other one, telling them things, and he needed to just be quiet and use it at the right time. Sit down, reflect on it, chew around on that piece of information, and think how best to use it to your advantage. Because if you be rash about it, you're just going to wind up using it the wrong way, that information the wrong way. So, and Drew, I'm going kind of fast, you guys, because I don't want the video to be too long for you guys. I don't want you to get tired and not look at it all, because usually a lot of good stuff comes at the end, and I want you to be able to see it all. But anyway, Drew, I think he's just, I can't say the word I want to say because it's not a good word, but I just don't think, a lot of people think he's playing good. I must admit, when he first started, I was like, ooh, this boy's playing a good game. He might just have a chance of winning. But seems to be the thing with these people in this house. They start off okay, and maybe I'm being too hard on them, because maybe it's all about the house. You know, you get kind of crazy in that house because you're cooped up in there. You don't have an out, you know, and that might be what's happening. So I don't know. But I just think he took a turn, and it wasn't a good turn, because number one, it is a good thing if you know how to do this, and that's play both sides of the house. And it seemed like he was doing okay, but maybe he was, and maybe he just got cocky, and that's why it changed. I'm not sure, and I think that might be what it is, because he does look like the cocky type of guy, right? So I think that's what that is, and that's why people started catching on to what he was doing. And now he's not sitting as pretty as he was. His name keep being thrown out there, and you would think he would adjust. He's not adjusting. It's more of the same thing, man, these people. And they all seem to be delusional, because here he is talking about FAP. What is it supposed to be, for the American people or something? But talking about them being a threat, FAP is not a threat. It's weak as weak can be. The only good player in that FAP alliance would be Mallory, because she's good with competition when she needs to be. That's it. And that's why I said I think Yash, if he would have done that in the last video, I mentioned how I think he should have tried to start something with her. Instead, he waited until he was on the block. That's the wrong time to do something. You know, he already knew about that group. He said something about her. He should have went to her and tried to, you know, get something with her. A final two or something. I don't know. But you got to try to align yourself with the people who is doing well. And then at the right time, you can strike. That's why you got to sit back and see what that first time, that right time is. But anyway, I think she's the only contender in that FAP alliance, to tell you the truth. And I don't understand why, for the life of Drew. Why is it that he want to align with Dee so badly? Somebody who, so much so to the point he's snubbing the person who's being real with him, and that was Yash. Yash truly was on Drew's side, saying my boy and all this. He had Yash, but yet he snubbed Yash and want to work closely with Dee. Somebody already showed she didn't trust him. Somebody who already was responsible for him going on the block. Someone who already was putting his name out there on multiple occasions and throwing him up underneath the bus. And he was aware of that. And you talk about getting in her good graces? That's why people lose Big Brother, because they give people too many chances. Are you forgetting that you're playing for $750,000? Do you really want the $750,000? Or do you want to make friends or be a patsy for Dee, Devins, and Angela? It seems like it's the latter to me. Anyway, I feel like both him and Barrett, I don't want to say deserves to be evicted, but if they got evicted, I would not be surprised, and I would say they had it coming, because they're not playing their own game. You can't come in Big Brother and play other people's game. You have to play your own game. They're playing Dee and Devin's game. That's what they're doing. And leave it to them. They're going to make the D'Angevins take them all the way to the final four, because they're cushioning them. They're constantly feeding them the information that they need. And that's why they keep them around. They're getting that information, adjusting as they need to, and that's why they're doing good in the game. It's not because they're making great moves, it's because they got these lackeys on their hip. Anyway, I did appreciate, and again, I like the game that Yash is playing. He won an Otav's belligerent B-movie blob. Kudos to him. Good. And I just felt so bad for him, because he thought he had it going on. I'm still seeing it in my mind right now. Him and Camu in the room, and Camu asked him if he's gonna take anybody down. He said, no, nominations definitely staying the same. They did not stay the same, because Devins was able to use the power that was hand-given him, you know, by Big Brother or Paramount, CBS. So things didn't work out for him. And I don't understand why they think that makes for good television. To me, it doesn't. Like I said at the onset, all it does is make the game predictable. And I remember another season like that, and it was so freaking boring. And this one is boring. They do a few things that make it pop, but it's still boring. I don't like games like this. Anyway, going back to the game this week. Also, when you think about Drew and Barrett, I don't understand why they haven't recognized by now how Devin's move in bringing Mallory and Melody into the crossover alliance. I don't understand how they didn't figure that out and recognize that was for Devin's benefit. That was for Dee's benefit, because the only reason why he did it was for numbers. It wasn't because he wants them in there. And I don't understand how Mallory and Melody didn't understand that. Now, I do see that they understand that they are at the bottom. But come on, I would say yes to it, because you don't want to say no. But at every turn, like this time when it was time for Angela couldn't go home. So maybe they would have done it. I don't know. But they were talking like they wouldn't have. Maybe they would have let Angela go. I mean, Haley go if it was between Haley and Angela. And then they were talking about getting rid of Camus, if it was between Camus and Angela. When to me, they should have been trying to, while the iron was hot, get one of those so-called, that they call them, icons out of the house. In my book, Angela is not an icon. And I don't think that Dee and Devin are icons. Yeah, they may be icons for Survivor, but right here, they're just should be considered newbies. But that's not how they're being viewed. Anyway, I feel the same way about Melody that I feel with Drew, because I don't understand why she's choosing to focus on an up-and-coming threat in Camus when you have 3 threats in the house that has avoided the block up until last week. Why aren't you that into that threat? Why you're not threatened by them? Why you don't want them out the house? Why she was so much wanting Camus out the house? I haven't heard Camus say anything about putting her on the block or anything. So what was the problem? I don't know. Maybe it's because she heard Drew say it. And both Drew on one hand telling people that he can get Melody to do what he wants to do, and then Melody on the other hand telling people that she can get Drew to do what she wants her to do. So which one is it? Come on now. Who's really leading it? Well, I've seen evidence that Drew is playing Melody like a fiddle. He may really like her, I'm not sure. But he's playing her like a fiddle. I can remember when she first came to him, he was like, oh yeah, he said he was going to do just what he's doing right now. And I heard him throw her under the bus 2 times already. So she better watch out, but she'll be getting what she's doing to other people anyway. And I'm wondering why the female half of FAP don't understand or realize that every time a threat arises, the icons readjust their alliances after being fed info from them. I mean, all you're doing is strengthening their game. They're stringing you along. It's like they have all 4 of them, Drew, Barrett, Melody, and Mallory, on puppeteer strings and puppet strings, and they're the puppeteers. And not Angela, Dee and Devins are the main ones. They're the puppeteers. And they're stringing the FAPs along. That's exactly what they're doing. They're doing it more with Barrett and Drew, but they just added Mallory and Melody to it, and they're doing the same with them as well. So all 4 of them are just like puppets. I just say, again, I know I keep saying it, but these newbies need to wake up. It's like Paprika said in the last video there. They just need to wake up, play the game, pay attention to what's going on so you can make the right moves. Oh, I'm afraid of this. They're afraid of the wrong things. What they should be afraid of is keeping the so-called icons in that house. They need to do what there were so many opportunities earlier to flush those powers out. And if they would have done that, they would have been able to get them out. I never could understand newbies saying, or anybody saying, just because somebody is powerful or winning competitions and so forth, that they're a shield. Yes, they could be, but the longer you keep them in the game, not only will they're not going to be a shield any longer, what they're going to be is a threat for you, and you're not going to be able to put them out yourself because you're proving not to be able to win competitions. So when are you going to start stepping up and putting them out of the house? Come on. They don't know how to play the game. And for Drew to say he's a super fan the way you're playing now, stop telling people you're a super fan, because they're going to say, and super fan of what? Are you sure you're a super fan of Big Brother? Because you're not playing like you're a super fan. Prove me wrong. Get your act together, get your head in the game, and make moves that you're supposed to move. Make moves that you're supposed to make. Get your head in the game and make moves that you need to make to better position yourself. not to better position somebody else in a house. Okay, that's all I have, guys. I guess I'll look at some Big Brother live feeds once I disconnect on here. And if I see something interesting, I'll definitely come back and send you a message, okay? Until next time, until, what today is, Saturday? No, today is Friday. Yeah, I work today. Today is Friday, so I'll see you guys Sunday in 2 days. Happy Big Brother watching.